Hey guys, it's Dell, the Marshall Marketer, coming back at you today. And you notice I'm not even in my uniform today. Today is my casual Friday. Really, one of the best things about being at home doing this stuff is you can take a casual day or a down day anytime you'd like. And today's the day for me, other than my Kung Fu practice and this video, maybe writing an article. I'm probably not going to do much more today. One thing I am doing, though, and I'm keeping up with daily, is a challenge that I'm participating in. Challenges kind of sound hokey these days. There's always a challenge of some kind on the internet. I'm a fan of challenges, though. As a matter of fact, I look for them. I participate in them whenever I can because I always find that I learn something from them. And I push myself. I push myself to get past wherever I was before taking the challenge. So right now I'm participating in a traffic boot camp. And one of the assignments I have is to review the organization that's sponsoring it, which is Legendary Marketer. So I figured today would be a good day to do a review of Legendary Marketer. Now, disclaimer, just in case you need one, I am an affiliate for Legendary Marketer, and that affiliate relationship was born out of what I thought was the great training that I got when I first joined up with them. Before Legendary Marketer, I was doing a lot of self-training on the internet. I was determined to make something of myself in the online marketing world. And so I was looking for information wherever I could find it. I was looking for training wherever I could find it. And as you know by now from my last couple of videos, I'm big into good training. So I was really kind of bumbling around as to what I could find on the internet that actually constituted good training. And I stumbled across a lady by the name of Julie Willits, who, by the way, she has a channel here on YouTube. Shout out to you, Julie. If you can find her channel on here, she's pretty accessible. Her material is actually very good. I encourage you to check that out and see what she has to say on these subjects. But I ran across Julie, chatted with her on the phone, chatted with her online, and I found out that she had gotten some training through something called Legendary Marketer. And I talked to her about that, and I found out from her that that was her foundation in setting up a successful online marketing career. I got interested because I knew she was doing pretty well. And I like emulating success wherever I can find it. So I took a look at it and I decided to get involved at least for a brief period of time. So what I want to do is share my experience with you. And this is not going to be one of those rah-rah reviews. You're never going to get that from me. I don't do rah-rah. I pretty much am going to give it to you as I believe it is, give you the facts that I know to be true, let you make a decision for yourself. So in that spirit, let me tell you what I've done with Legendary Marketer and why I'm involved. Yesterday, I went over 3 points that I think are important for launching a good and successful online marketing career, which is a firm grounding in the basics and fundamentals, the use of the right tools, and then finding the right teachers to help you use those tools and to give you a grounding in the fundamentals. To me, Legendary Marketer was a stunning success in helping me get all three under my belt as I was starting out and as I continue to trudge forward in this. In a lot of ways, particularly for the new marketer, Legendary Marketer is the 30,000-foot aerial view of the online business, online marketing arena. It gives you an overview of what you're getting into and the pieces that lead to success in the industry. I think probably one of the things that I found when I first entered into a relationship with Legendary Marketer was their teaching of principles. Again, I'm very principle based. So I really appreciated the fact that when I started out training, it wasn't just an immediate, here, let's do this, let's do that, follow this cookbook recipe. It was steeped in the underlying principles that make online business work, and actually the underlying principles that make all business work. So I absorbed that in addition to other training I've been doing along those lines. And that fundamental training made all the difference for me right at the very beginning and continues to make a difference. I continue following those precepts. Something really interesting that I found in Legendary Marketer, though, was that other than teaching just the pure business training, the pure business concepts, they delved into something near and dear to my heart, and that is the mind game, the mental training. When I started out in Kung Fu, my first teacher told me that the Kung Fu training system that I was in was 70% mental, 30% physical. My current teacher, the one that I study under completely these days, always tells me that the cornerstone of his training is the mind training. So I found it really interesting, really compelling that Legendary Marketer actually makes you sit down and take a look at where your mind is at, where your blockages may be, what it is that's kept you from following the road to success any further than you already have. To me, that was a defining moment in Legendary Marketer, because I thought, if this organization pays attention to mind training, they also have something else to teach me. So that was the link between Legendary Marketer and the basics and fundamentals that I like to talk about. Now, as far as the tools, without the basics, without the fundamental training, the tools are nothing, but you need the tools to implement your basic training. And I was, again, looking for tools on the internet when I first started out, and I'd heard about funnels and how great funnels were, and I had a vague idea of what a sales funnel was, but it wasn't until Legendary Marketer that I actually realized their importance and began to learn the basics of how to put one together and implement the use. It was through Legendary Marketer that I was introduced to ClickFunnels, as a matter of fact, another organization I highly recommend. Legendary Marketer will say, take whatever training ClickFunnels has. I've done that too, and I realize why they've said that, because the training is par excellence in the use of a very important tool, which is the funnel. The funnel, I think, is a game-changing tool, even for the newbie marketer. This kind of leads me to the third point that I talked about yesterday, and how this links up with Legendary Marketer, which is teachers, the all-important teacher. The prime teacher in Legendary Marketer is Dave Sharp. And a lot of people know Dave Sharp. Others have yet to hear about him. He has quite a history on the internet. Dave is an interesting person. When I first started viewing his videos, I didn't quite know what to make of him. So I continued, looking and studying him, even as I was studying the material. And what I found was an individual that I believed to be very genuine and very open about what he was teaching. And he came across as really caring, that people that subscribe to his work, his teaching, actually learn something from him. And to me, that was pretty important, because that's the kind of teacher I want in my life, whether it's Kung Fu or whether it's online marketing or any other endeavor that I'm trying to learn. So I got involved with Legendary Marketer, and I was assigned an advisor pretty much off the bat. which I thought was interesting. A lady named Nimi from Australia. When I first was assigned Nimi, I thought, well, wait a minute, is this going to be one of these situations where I'm going to be upsold immediately by this person that I'm assigned to? Some call center person maybe. Well, came to find out that Nimi was a stay-at-home mom in Australia who was using her training from Legendary Marketing to stay at home and raise her kids. And I learned a lot from her. I actually got to the point where I enjoyed being held accountable by her because of the fact that I was beginning to kind of fall behind on the 15-day challenge that I'd initially subscribed to in Legendary Marketer, which is a starting point for most people that get involved with the organization. When I got through, I suppose half of the training, I was pretty hooked by the quality of the information that I was getting. And I was hooked by the fact that I had someone that I could text, I could email, I could maybe call up and bounce ideas off of. So I decided to go a bit further into the training. And as I committed to further training, I was given another advisor, Ricardo. Ricardo and I have an interesting relationship. He is no nonsense, and he holds my feet to the fire, and I like that. He is that kind of teacher, a teacher that provides information and then holds you accountable to implementing that information. So that implementation stage that I said was all important yesterday is inherent in this teaching, mentoring relationship that Ricardo has with me. So it's for these reasons that I really do recommend Legendary Marketer. I know there are a lot of reviews out there. Some reviews are really a little negative on Legendary Marketer. That's okay. I like reading those too, as long as the negative reviews have some critical thinking behind them. And if they make me think, they make me question, that's great. On the other hand, I've done my share of reading negative reviews. Pro and con, both reviews, but the negative reviews I look at to check my own thinking. And a lot of what I've seen out there is, well, Legendary Marketer just promotes itself too much. And that's a couple of the reviews I've read. I came away wondering, well, what should Legendary Marketer be promoting? Disney, Nabisco? Not sure what they were getting at. Ultimately, what I'm saying is it's worth taking a look at. This review that I'm doing is about the most honest review that I can give you from the perspective of someone that's actually taken the training, kicked the tires, taken it out for a test drive, then drove it further on the highway, checked the MPG on it, and I found that it was of value to me. So I'm thinking if you can take a look at it, start with the 15-day challenge. It's very affordable. If you can skip one day at Starbucks, it's basically what it's going to cost you. And then take that for your own test drive. See what it does for you. See what you absorb from it. And I think you'll be very pleasantly surprised at the start that it gives you, or if you're already experienced, the additional tools that you can get. That's my review, guys, from the heart. Take it as you will, but give it some thought and take a look. I'll see you next time. You all take care. You have a great weekend.